basketball, like sportscasters, even though they don't really know anything about basketball. So mostly they just like do improvising riffs at each other.
I mean, sometimes that's not terrible as long as
Actually,
you're
I bet
not.
you would really enjoy that because it's mostly improv, but they're also trying to commentate.
Yeah,
And I know those are two of the things that you really enjoy doing.
yeah. As long as you're not, as long as your commentary is not getting too far off of the game at hand.
Oh no, they're wildly off.
Mm,
It's, as I said, primarily it's more improv than basketball. So,
I mean, I check it out.
maybe if you were going into it with that expectation, you would appreciate it for what it was, but it is barely a basketball podcast. Put it this way, I don't think they list it under sports in the categories.
I'll have to try it once.
It's called Pistol Shrimps Radio.
Pistol Shrimps Radio.
Yeah, their team mascot is the Pistol Shrimp.
If you guys are watching, you just got a major plug.
Oh, dang it, you went live. We were going to do a bit.
I said I went live.
No,
you can. Yeah, I did. You missed it?
Well, fine. I'll do it later.
No, feel free to do it now.
No, it was supposed to be like a joke.
It was supposed to be private?
No, I was supposed to come in doing it. You were supposed to introduce me, and then I'd start.
All right, I can
It's
tell
too
you.
late.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I can cut it. I doubt anybody's actually in here because nobody ever shows up in time. I can always just cut it and restart it.
No.
I'm on.
When the first match starts, that's when I'll start.
All right.
We've given them much too much of a peek behind the curtain, though.
Peek behind the curtain. I yanked it open.
We've opened the kimono.
I yanked it open. Okay. As much as I like an open kimono.
What are all the Discord messages?
Oh, that's just Solar in a drunken state.
Solar's drunk?
Solar.
It's Thursday.
She's on summer vacation.
I guess.
Thursday don't mean anything at this time of year.
Yeah. I thought they were studying for stuff for something.
Finals are over.
Oh.
So that's probably part of the reason.
I thought they had like a summer semester.
I don't know. Either way, she's doing it. She's drinking and she's enjoying life, and that's all we can ask. Hi guys. I'm Alpha.
I've been Wit.
Yes. And if you can't tell by the beautiful renditions of Rhydon and Blastoise that are on the screen, we are doing Pokemon Stadium. Poor Psyduck. So obviously we're not going to get through the entire game, but we are going to check a few cool things out.
Yeah, there's a couple of major features we have to show off.
Yes.
But primarily, we're going to go through the battle system of how they did it and how it differs from the Game Boy game, which is thankfully not too much.
Yep.
But they also, give you a lot more to do besides Pokemon battles.
Yep. So if you have a Game Boy pack, which I tried to test the living hell out of this to make it work with Blue, it didn't work. But you can play Pokemon on your N64 by using this.
It's true. This was probably one of the very first games that allowed you to do something like that until they came out with like the little device you could hook up to your GameCube.
Alright. We also have Oak's Research Lab, which if you have your Game Boy pack inserted, you can get stuff like Kabuto for after you beat the Gym Leader Castle. And the Game Boy Tower becomes the, what is it, Doduo or Dodrio? Which was it?
Doduo first, and then you unlock Dodrio.
Okay. But yeah.
Or maybe you unlock them both.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to be doing that here tonight.
So what it does is it allows you, it unlocks a fast forward mode.
Oh.
Because walking speed in the Game Boy game is famously very slow.
Who needs that when you have F11?
Precisely. No one had F11 at the time.
True.
So it was groundbreaking. I never didn't play with it once I had the option.
I mean, it makes sense. Alright, so let's actually start with some mini games.
Yeah, this was honestly the thing I probably spent the most time doing.
Oh, hey, Solar. Thanks for blowing up Discord during my show. Yeah, let's... Oh, well.
We've got to do them all.
What's up, Chibi?
Oh well, everyone's here. All two of us.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the hope. Yeah. No, the Discord sounds make me seem famous.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You'll just have to go look at the beginning of the stream to hear what we had to say
Yep.
about
Stuff.
the Suns.
Alright, take your pick as to the first game. We'll just do all 9 in whatever order you like.
Well, I was always very, very good at the Ekans one.
Oh, the Who Pro?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a major problem with this one. Because stick.
It's true.
Oh well. I definitely do not expect to win this, but hey, let's have some fun.
I used to do so good at this game. But yeah, without the analog stick to help you with precise aim and power control, I have no idea how you're gonna do this. Which is why I'm just gonna sit here and eat some tacos and watch you be bad at it. And be secretly thanking my lucky stars that I'm not the one who has to do it. Way to go, Computer 4.
Oh, damn it. I tied.
Wow! Bringing it back right at the end.
One more and I would have gotten it.
It's true.
Oh well. Okay, next.
I guess the Metapod one.
Alright.
This is where you just mash the button, right?
Ish.
Oh,
you gotta
no,
time.
it's timing.
Yeah. Alright, everybody. Let's get hard. Ouch.
So this is a management. You want to press it as little as possible because pressing it drains your HP.
Yep.
But you also don't want to get squished because that drains your HP.
Yep.
Whoever is still standing the longest wins.
Ow.
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh.
I'm not doing well.
You are not, I'm sorry to say. One of them needs to mess up very bad.
Ouch.
Okay, some of them did, but
That's
so
it.
did you. You were just barely not in last.
Watching the shadows only helps so much when there's a quarter-second delay.
Yeah, I can see how that would fuck you.
Alright, next.
I guess let's just go to the Sandshrew one.
Okay. Are we just gonna spiral into the middle?
Or something.
Okay.
This is mashing buttons. I was also pretty good at this. I've always been okay at button mashers. Oh no!
Got it.
Ooh!
Come on, everybody.
I also really
Let's
liked
get...
these because they used the whole N64 controller in all of the different configurations.
Yep. Yes, many graphic glitches. And now that we've gotten hard and wet...
Yikes. The Lickitung Sushi?
Yes.
I was never particularly good at this because I didn't understand what wasabi was.
Wasabi sucks. Don't eat it for any reason. Okay. Do I need stick to move or do I need pad? Stick. Hey! Be touching that. Oh, double thousand, go, 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 go! Oh, damn you. They keep eating They keep eating thousands. I will check what Solar said in just a moment.
You can probably fill it in your head. There's licking.
Did she make a pussy joke?
She did! Very good.
Uh-huh. Well, time. Get out of my way. Got it. I got enough combos that I should have won. Oh, what?
Wow.
That's because he kept stealing from me.
Yeah.
Yes, Solar, as a matter of fact, I do. You see, I have a protrusion in my mouth that... You like a rat race?
I was also good at this one.
I'm gonna fail miserably at this. My finger is not gonna go forever, and there's that whole delay thing going on.
Ooh.
Now that I've finally gotten it, it's way too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it that quick. It's a whole different story if it's an N64 controller.
Well, this one you'll be fine at. It's just memory.
Yeah, this one's a little bit better. Alright, let's start fingering in 4 directions. Doesn't that sound fun?
I love this song!
You suck, Yellow.
You just hear a lot about school in Japan.
I'm doing this last bit with my eyes closed. I'm taking a pure guess at the last 2.
Okay. I guess I can't recommend that.
For posterity, I did double up.
You're kidding.
Was it really? Holy
It was
shit!
double up.
I just picked forward and went with it. That's literally
crazy.
all I did.
That's crazy.
I mean, it wasn't without method, at least. Holy fuck! I did not expect that one. Splish splash. Take a bath. Take a bath in the grass where it's nice and dry.
Looks like you figured out the timing.
For now.
Oh, Solar.
You would too. I almost had 30. Swiggity swoot. Okay, this one I just permanently suck at.
I was also very bad at this.
Oh yes, the app. You're getting very sleepy. Very sleepy indeed. Yes, that's right. Very sleepy. So sleepy that you could just fall asleep watching this pendulum and listening to this progressively speeding music. Oh. Is that a draw? What?
Holy shit!
Wow.
Wow.
I've never seen this before.
I don't think I have either. Certainly not in this one.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Well, we're not here to get a definitive winner. We're just here to play. One more game. Thundering Dynamo. And left hand. And right hand. Left hand. Yeah, sorry about frying your balls. Okay, that's enough. It's battle time. We're going to take one stab at one cup. We like high numbers, right?
I believe that's what we discussed.
Yes, prime cup. So, you're aiming to win, are you?
Who what?
You're aiming to win, are you?
That would be nice.
Alright. Then I say let's stray no further, hopefully, than our team. Well, Venusaur's probably not the wisest choice as far as moveset. So let's...
Yeah,
So in that case, we'll stick with Grass Poison. Vileplume isn't bad. If Victory Bell's got Razor Leaf, I'm going with that. Oh yeah, there we go.
and your old favorite rap.
Yeah, old favorite. Anyway.
So if you had,
Yes, yes, and all the yes.
if you had the Game Boy pack, you could upload your Pokemon from that game.
Yeah, but
and use them to compete in any of these, as long as they were the right level.
Yeah, the levels that these are at, you don't want to do that.
Or, they have these rental Pokemon that come preloaded with certain moves. They are almost universally terrible.
Hmm.
Their movesets... I don't know. I never liked them.
Actually, no. Well, let me see Fearo's stats. Well, Fearo's better for attack power. Pidgeot would be better for special, but they don't typically use special moves, so...
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a switch from my usual, also because Pidgeot doesn't have wing attack. Nidoking has Earthquake, which is absolutely important. Jolteon. Yeah, Jolteon. Look at that speed and look at that special.
Wow.
Makes it
And
really great. Yep. Electabuzz, on the other hand, has a better electric move as far as accuracy goes, but not nearly as good stat-wise. And I like stats. Plus Pin Missile, which means I can fairly reliably fight Psychic types. Lapras. Bubble Beam and Ice Beam are both great. And...
Sting, huh?
And Sting, yeah. And, what was my last one? Let me think.
Oh, it was Mewtwo.
Oh, that's right. And I can't use Mewtwo right now because it doesn't get unlocked till after the Mewtwo fight. So my next best pick as a Psychic type would be Alakazam. The problem with that, however, is that Alakazam has an extremely weak body. How would Jinx do?
That seems actually even lower defense.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Chibi suggested Slowbro.
I see. Slowbro sucks for speed, but
it can survive.
But it's a nice tank. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with it. In the interest of time, I'm not going to bother using continues. If I lose one, then I'm just going to move on.
We'd also like to do a little bit in Stadium 2 tonight.
Yes.
Hence our need for speed.
Well, this is going to be a long match, isn't it? Oh, look at that E.E. Cummings naming convention. Well, Well, one Pokemon is not particularly great here.
Yeah, this is process of elimination.
Actually, I digress. One is good for 5 out of 6. And that's Lapras.
That's not what digress means.
What?
I think you used that word wrong.
I digress?
Yes.
Retracting my previous statement?
Digress means I've gotten off topic.
Oh. Never mind. I'm not a wordsmith.
It's alright. We'll make you one, by force if necessary.
Jolteon would be the better choice overall. Victory Bell would be no good against anything that Lapras beats.
They spelled Growlithe wrong.
Yes, they did. That's a Glowlith. Solar, or are you,
I mean, we've all thought it.
yeah, Fearo's our backup. Let's go.
It's finally underway. Pokemon Tournament Prime Cup Pokeball. Who will win it all in this wide-open, unlimited
I
level?
thought you turned this guy off.
I think I forgot. Oh well. That happened. Should I go back and do it again?
No.
Alright. We'll
We'll get him the next time.
Yeah, just ignore him and make your commentary.
They strike fighting poses.
That's right, Tom. Tonight we are joined by some of the fiercest Pokemon competitors. Oh, what a hit. Looks like it'll be knocked off its flippers, I guess. And oh my goodness, so effective! Oh, down in one! What a strong opening gambit from Alpha. Cue Ball's gonna have to think long and hard about who he puts out against this Titan powerhouse of a Plesiosaur. Another fire type. Oh, Cue Ball must have not brought anything worthwhile. And again, a very interesting thing to nickname a Pokemon. The same name as the Pokemon, just one letter wrong. Wonder if the Plesiosaur from the Pacific hit again! Oh, the speed was not enough to save him from that hit. But he managed to hold on. Very, very impressive. But unless he switches out, there's nothing this little puppy can do.
What now?
Indeed, all it can do is go out with its head held high, with a mean look on its face to know that although it's beaten in physicality, spirit is not.
Oh! Is it down and out?
And you hate to see them go down like that.
There's a difference
That's the
in
nature of
number
the sport.
of reserve Pokemon.
What does Cue Ball have left? Will Alpha even have to switch Pokemon at all? Wow, what
The
the
remaining
size
Pokemon
difference here
count
is
is
really,
3-1. The battle has become
really
one-sided.
illustrative of what is about to happen.
Ice Beam.
I
The
hope
savage hit.
Top sensitive eye.
That didn't take much.
Another down in one. A perfect, flawless victory.
The battle.
Very nice.
Alpha, join us here at the moment. How do you feel about how that match went?
Oh, I kind of trashed him. He was kind of worthless.
Did. I have no choice but to agree with you. How do you feel about your next competitor?
What?
Your laughter speaks volumes. We've had some feedback from some fans here. We have a user, Solar Wolf, says that Caterpie is so little. I'm actually curring a baby boy. I'm crying. Plzim. What do you have to say to your fans out there, like Solar Wolf?
I say Solar Wolf's astonishment is quite appropriate for the circumstances. I mean, it's not every day that a trainer comes along that can, you know, just waltz in and put one finger on an opponent and push him out.
Absolutely. Tom, back to you. Back in the ring for the next match.
So Team Rocket wants me, huh? Well, I see 3 that can be brought down this way. The only problem is it would not stand a chance against one other of them. So we'll say this is a good backup. And to top it off, let's pull a second backup with this. Oh, that's actually a good choice for a lot of reasons. Okay, let's do it.
Do you want to take this one?
Sure. And we start round 2 of the Prime Cup. Nidoking versus Ammonite. Just how does Nidoking attack? Oh, look at that. The one-shot attempt and no good.
For fuck's sake, Alpha, you have to stop that.
And in response...
So one of the things that this game was really great about is indicating the relative size difference of Pokemon. Especially if somebody ever pulls out an Onix, it really does illustrate, like, they're not, those sprites are not necessarily the same size.
And down goes Ammonite. One good earthquake. Who needs horn drill anyway?
Oh, it's a Nidoran female.
And now another teeny, a Nidoran female.
Pokemon count is 3-2.
I see no reason we won't see a repeat performance here. The type strength is just the same.
There it goes.
And sure enough,
This Pokemon looks strong.
another one-hit wonder.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Who's left? It's Grimer, another Pokemon that will not survive an earthquake. Surely Alpha won't deviate now.
Battle has become one-sided.
Indeed not. There's the quake. There's the impact, all the way down. And in convincing fashion, same as the first, the second round is Alpha's.
Let's go down
It's-
to the ring for a ringside interview with our competitor. Alpha, once again, you have handily beaten your opponent. This time they actually managed to get a single hit on you. Has this done anything to dull your confidence?
Not really. I honestly called for horn drill out of comedy, just to see if it would actually hit. But knowing I had a backup plan, I figured I could afford the risk taken here.
Wow, that's some real confidence. Even playing with his opponents, knowing that his team could handle whatever they dished out so much that he had room to experiment. Do you have any thoughts about the way the next match might go?
Yeah, you've seen the first two, right?
Yes.
Do you really think it's going to be any different?
I don't know. Are these supposed to get harder?
Theoretically. You'd think the better trainers would make it to the later rounds, but so far I can't say I'm too impressed.
Bold words coming from our newest challenger to the Pokeball level of the Prime Cup. Back to you at the ring, Tom.
Buddy, you realize you're not the one fighting, right?
Mank.
Mank, I see. So this is your lineup, huh?
Mank.
Well, first of all, you're a fighter-type trainer, so I'm just going to spite you with this. And as for those who will not fall to that... How about this as backup 2? Or backup 1, rather. And backup 2 should be... How about our nice little resident tank here? You know, it's a lot harder to commentate on my own stuff than it is somebody else's.
Really?
It is, really. Because I know what's about to happen. There's no surprise factor. Like, I know what attacks I'm going to make. Kind of thing.
I feel like that should make it easier.
Not really. It's a lot easier to have genuine reaction if you're commentating on somebody else.
I didn't know it was supposed to sound good. I would want to
Well,
know what's going on.
Well, no, you sounded fantastic.
Yeah, and I don't know if I could do that all night. Also, it helps that I'm holding a freeze pop like a microphone. It's really adding to the experience for me.
I mean, I think it's pretty cool. How many of you out there think Witch should continue commentary? Like, just as a thing?
Many of you out there. You know only 2 people watch the show, right?
It's still people.
Focus energy. Ready to unleash. But a psychic, there's just no chance. It's such a powerful attack against such a basic low-level Pokemon. There's just nothing to be done. Also, both of you, please shut up.
Yeah, the peanut gallery likes you.
Oh, it's Cubo.
Psychic against a ground.
How will the type difference affect that?
Can you say...
But the other thing about this game is God only knows what moves they've given it, so there's a chance that something could come out and surprise us. However, as traditional, AI is terrible.
Can you say bone the Cubone? Slowbro, surf!
Whoa, looks like a bad
I always did enjoy that they will show the entire attack animation and then still say that it's missed. So when Surf misses, it's pretty hard to believe because it literally floods. For a fighting trainer, he chose none of his fighting Pokemon.
None at all.
Surely there was something else he could have chosen there. Yeah, what an embarrassing match for this competitor. He's making poor choices. He must be panicking. Because the challenger is just really putting him to shame.
Amusing. Slowbro, Mega Punch.
What's this? That was weak. One stroke round to go, but the opponent appears beat.
I was contemplating messing with you all night, bud, but you're really not worth my time.
Yeah, we have places to be.
Slowbro, one more Mega Punch.
Mega Punch. Yeah, it's a hit. Oh, is it down and out? And there goes the battle.
Another perfect victory.
Another round, another humiliation.
Indeed, we're back here with the current challenger, Alpha. You're really just flying through these battles. Is there anything you can think to say that would I don't know, motivate your opponents to do any better?
Yeah, guys, I'm enjoying this winning thing. Please don't do any better.
There you have it. This message, the only thing Alpha can think of to make this a real challenge. Back to you at the ring, Tom.
Old man, I dare say you're out of your league. This isn't a casino. This is a real legitimate thing.
He would be smart to bet against himself.
Yes, he would.
But he will not really get much for his money. I'm sure the odds are wildly in your favor.
Yes, I can beat 5 out of 6 with this. I can beat 3 out of 6 with this. And a reasonable backup. How about this?
The crowd's excitement is building. This is
Beginning with our prehistoric plesiosaur of the Pacific against a small rock.
Old
This should
man,
not take long.
old man, big mistake. I'm about to rock your world. Lapras, Bubble Beam.
Indeed, an unfortunate first choice Pokemon for the gambling man. He probably wishes he had sent something else out at first. But now he has the opportunity to make a smarter type choice. Oh. Well, I mean, the ice thing, I guess.
Old
He really
man,
should have done better.
old man, I was really hoping for a challenge, but alas. Bubble Beam, Lapras.
what now?
An interesting gamble, but frankly, not enough.
A tournament is no place for fun with metronome, old man.
How's that? No, this Pokemon looks wrong.
Oh, interesting.
In this battle,
Still awake, are you?
Indeed.
combatants face each other. What's that?
Ah,
Oh my.
Ground shield.
wow.
A Razor Leaf out of a fire type? Fascinating.
Savage attack. That's the weak spot.
Wow.
Oh,
But
is it down
not
and
there
out?
to be able to pull it off again. Use this from basically any move, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, consider it failed. is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided.
All right, let's switch it up, Lapras. Ice Beam.
Ah, the Challenger Alpha for the first time.
Severe hit.
Somehow, I feel that it's not going to do much. It being a small species of rodent against a dinosaur.
Okay, Lapras. One more Bubble Beam.
There it goes. Good hit.
And another handy victory from our Challenger.
And there goes the battle.
Huh. That should give the interviewer something to think about.
As the history has shown, Alpha looks like he's able to go all the way. Tell me, Alpha, what did you think when you saw the incredible chance of a Razor Leaf being pulled from the Metronome against your Water and Ice type?
Well, first thing you need to know is that Metronome is almost always a possibility with any Pokemon you're facing. And on top of that, Metronome allows for the possibility of pretty much any move. I wasn't too worried about the fact that it shot off a Razor Leaf, because if you consider the fact that Magmar is not a grass type, the Razor Leaf is not going to do as much damage as it might coming from, say, a Victory Bell or a Venusaur. So I knew it was going to do some damage as soon as I saw it start shooting leaves out, but not enough to bring a Lapras down. It's got way too much HP for that situation.
There you have it. Able to stay calm because he knew the limitations of his Pokemon and knew what to expect from his opponents, even when facing the unexpected. Back to you at the ring, Tom.
Huh. Cute. No time for reverie. Let's see what we got here. I can beat 3 with this. I don't think I brought anything that has fighting moves. It's okay though, I don't really need it. I think I can... I don't want to use that because of the grass types. Let's say this. And... oh, that's an interesting way about it. Let's do this.
We're in the last half of the tournament. Things will get quite hot. Begin round 5.
Jolteon, Pin Missile.
Now. Here's the first move. Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon.
Wow, it's quite a bit of damage from a relatively low power move. It just proves how very effective type matchups can be. Oh, an unfortunate status effect. Alpha may be forced to switch up Pokemon for the first time.
Jolteon, wake up.
Fighting poses.
There's no time for this catnap. Wake up.
It woke up.
How did you do that?
What now? Goodness.
Big mistake, chick.
Neither one.
Now your Oddish won't be able to do anything else for the next couple turns. Pin Missile again.
What's that? Ground zero. Oh! Is it down and out? The next Pokemon is being prepped. Oh, it's Horsey. How will the type difference
That's a
affect
shame.
that?
But then I guess when you see me beat a Pokemon with no inherent type disadvantage. Alright, Jolteon. Thunder!
Yeah, it's it didn't have long.
Wow, taken down There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
I have no mercy, even on the cute trainers.
Oh, and Psyduck.
Even on the cute Pokemon.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has
The Prime
become
Cup,
one-sided.
and all of these cups, really tests a trainer's ability to narrow down the versatility of their team versus any possible thing they could face. And the way Alpha is waltzing through these battles really shows that he knew how to most effectively prepare for anything, and that his opponents maybe need to do some more studying about how to ensure that their types can match against anything they may meet. Because there were some real obvious weaknesses there with what this trainer chose, and frankly it didn't have to go this way. She had other options.
It's a pretty hard in the middle of this badge.
Indeed, Alpha, can you talk a little bit about maybe one of the mistakes you found that your opponent made?
Well, I could be my usual snarky self and say coming to this tournament to begin with, but in all honesty, I think that routine might be getting a bit old. So, to answer your question a little bit more seriously, the use of Petal Dance from that Oddish, she should have known better than to use a move that will not only lock a Pokemon up for the next several turns, but if Petal Dance doesn't finish the job, which it would not against an Electric-type Pokemon, will only result in its confusion at the end of the flurry. And if Pin Missile would not have taken that poor little Oddish down, it may have taken itself.
It's absolutely right. You really were able to kind of hit the nail on the head there. Your analysis is very thoughtful. You should perhaps try commentating someday. Anyway, back to the ring, Tom.
Subtle. That was a very smooth way of suggesting that I should take over.
You could do one.
Alright. Well, first of all, I have to pick Pokemon for this fight. And being that it's a Bird Boy, the first choice should be pretty obvious. The second choice should actually also be pretty obvious. And the third choice...
Well, don't forget that you had that fighting trainer who brought none of his fighting Pokemon.
True, but I'm not banking entirely on him bringing his birds out. He has to bring at least one flying type.
The field is thinning out. We're into round 6.
The quarterfinals of the Prime Cup Pokeball. Alpha versus Bird Boy. Jolteon versus Ghastly. And what will the first gambit be here? Jolteon, with all that speed, starts first with Thunder. Oh, and that Ghastly looks like it's slowed down some. Oh, interesting.
Fireworks are flying in this battle.
It appears as though Ghastly is attempting the confusion route.
Here's a Pokemon thing.
Retraction, a smart move. It's going to erase Jolteon's confusion.
What now? Oh, the attack missed. Will this Pokemon swap change the flow of battle?
Oh, that lick was no good. And what will Slowbro do now? Ordinarily would not have a speed advantage with that paralysis. And down goes Ghastly off the Psychic Flash.
What will the next Pokemon be?
Next to go is
Oh, it's Abra.
Abra.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-2. This battle is still up in the air.
Abra's a quick little thing and will get to go first.
Take you, Thunder Wave.
And an already low speed factor further exasperated by that Thunder Wave. And here comes Mega Punch.
A savage
And a great hit off the fact that Alpha obviously knows that the Abra family has weak bodies.
They strike fighting poses.
Oh, how silly.
To clinch.
Teleportation doesn't work in battles.
Right, that's sir.
Instead,
There, it's a
Slowbro, despite paralysis,
it's down.
will bring down Abra.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
And last to go. It's got to be a flying type, and it's going to be Doduo.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided.
What's Alpha's plan here?
The Pokemon returns to its Pokeball.
He brings back Slowbro. Presumably, yep, here's Jolteon. We knew he had it.
What's next? A decent hit.
And a quick, if somewhat less than effective, Fury attack.
Swap Pokemon fight.
The ending should be academic here, folks.
How's that?
Thunder strikes down again,
That didn't take much.
and the quarters go to Alpha.
Goes the battle.
Awesome. You,
We're back here with the Challenger Alpha as he continues his meteoric rise. Indeed, that was a particularly exciting match, with finally having to switch out a Pokemon. How do you feel having made it this far with just being able to rely on your first choice?
well, for the most part, first thing I do is look at the opponent's lineups and see, hey, is there a Pokemon that I can use to beat 4 out of the 6, 5 out of the 6? Maybe all 6 of them if I get lucky enough. But these other trainers, I give them some credit in these later rounds, seem to be watching how I fight. And the Confuse Ray, the Thunder Wave, all those tricks to alter my Pokemon statuses, very smart moves. Just unfortunately, especially in the case of Slowbro and its paralysis, the paralysis just never hit. And Slowbro's slower anyway, so that Thunder Wave really did not change the flow of battle. Which is not, I'm not going to call that a tactical mistake by my last opponent, but just a very, very unfortunate run of luck for him.
Indeed. There was, but there's sometimes a fine line between luck and skill, especially when it comes to preparation. Alpha, good luck on your semifinals.
Thank you.
And we expect to see you go all the way. Back to you at the ring, Tom.
Good night, Chibi. Okay, these guys are tricky. I can't take their types for granted.
Gelatin!
I'd like some gelatin. I could use a little snack after all this fighting. What's good? Well, there's really only one reliable way to beat a dragon. Gonna have to use it. It's actually good for a 4th pick as well. I can take down the other 2 with this. And this one hasn't gotten that much airtime, so we'll see.
This is it, the semi-finals. No one wants to lose, having come this far.
Back with the fan favorite Lapras against Gelatin.
You know, you're...
Despite the initial type advantage of grass over water, everyone always forgets that Lapras is part ice and has the kick to back it up.
You know, Bill Nye, your naming convention is going to make the fans hungry. So let's erase that right now. Lapras, Ice Beam.
A
Come on, Lapras, fight through it.
And the Lapras is
Yes!
able to shake off the attempted paralysis to unleash a particularly devastating ice beam. The frost is just too much for it to overcome, and the first competitor goes down. Alpha chooses to keep the Lapras in play, it seems, to press his luck against the type match. Oh, the Lapras is being recalled.
Lapras, return. Go, Jolteon.
A devastating type matchup. There's really not much that the Shellder will be able to do to bring down this electric mouse. Indeed, it's just a holding action until what is frankly an inevitable defeat.
Use Thunder, Jolteon.
Hopefully, an unfortunate miss for Alpha, but really there's not much a Shellder could unleash that would turn the tide of this particular matchup.
Alright, Jolteon, you were overdue. One more.
Thunder's a very powerful attack, but its accuracy suffers. It's gotta be a drawback somewhere. And the hit that we were all expecting has come. The lab man must be really inspecting his choices, and hopefully he can pull out something that will turn the tide of the battle for him. Dragon type, very interesting.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1. The battle has become one-sided.
See what Alpha chooses to do here. Looks like he's going to press on with
Jolteon, Pin Missile.
Give Pin Missile a try.
A decent hit.
With the numbers as high as they are when it comes to stats and HP, he's going to have to pull out some real heavy hitters. It looks like his opponent is doing everything he can to put some big numbers up when it comes to damage. Jolteon's down to nearly half health.
Jolteon, stick with Pin Missile.
What now?
Oh, going for high numbers when it comes to damage here. Or at least...
Yes, perfect,
repetition.
Jolteon.
Now down below, half health. The Genie's going to try to paralyze his opponent, so it won't be able to play that trick again.
The heated battle rages on.
Jolteon, Sand Attack.
Electric against an electric. Not going to do that much, especially when not even used by an electric type.
Oh no.
The paralysis strikes. It's a risk Alpha knew he was taking when leaving in a Pokemon with a status type. Oh, and Dratini goes for the wrap. And this one seems to have hit. We'll see how long it lasts.
We can't have this. Jolteon, return.
And Alpha chooses to retrieve Jolteon and send out a Fearow. Now, this is a risky move, and knowing that Dratini has proven to know Thunderbolt. But if he can take it down fast enough, then he should be able to pull out this
Fearow, Drill
final
Peck.
victory. Wow. That was enough to do it. Jolteon doing most of the work there when it comes to the Pokemon it's up against. Of course, Lapras Ice Beam early on, super influential against the game. Yes, thanks to him down here with our competitor Alpha. He has just one fight left. Has had a bit of a struggle in his last battle, or at least struggle in comparison to the easy breeze that it took him to get through the first couple of matchups. Are you at all concerned about how your next battle is going to go?
Not particularly. The team I selected is equipped to take care of pretty much any type combination that can be thrown at me. And I have a group of Pokemon that are clearly resilient enough to fight past status ailments. The main reason I decided to to pick Fearow over Jolteon, despite knowing that Dratini had Thunderbolt. First, Fearow's speed. If I could get rid of that Dratini in a single shot, that's the only way I was going to be able to do it. I was not going to be able to do it with Lapras, which was already paralyzed and is weak to Thunderbolt, or Jolteon, which was also paralyzed. By the time I brought Fearow out, I had two choices, either Drill Peck or Hyper Beam. At that point, they're both going to be the type advantage for damage, and I needed to go with the more accurate hit. That would have been Drill Peck. All it would take is one missed Hyper Beam, and that would have been the end. I give props to the scientists. They know what they're doing with their Pokemon. But this time, I knew what I was doing.
Very thoughtful and concise answer to a question I had not yet asked, but intended to. Back to you at the ring, Tom.
Alright, kiddo. Huh. Not a bad mix. I'm going to have to do some serious thinking here. Well, here's a good overall pick. Actually, that's pretty much my strongest pick. We'll go with you two.
This is it, the final battle. Who will bask in the glory of the championship?
Alright, kid, I'll give you some credit. You didn't get here for no reason. Now let's see what you really have.
The heavy hitter Lapras is back against the defending champions, very small cat. But there's no particular type matchup here to be utilized, which would be interesting to see how Alpha reacts. Choosing a high output damage attack regardless of type matchup, wow, seems to have been the right choice. It's taken a huge hit. There's really not much left to do but to mop up the remains. Interesting choice from the trainer here. Softening this Pokemon up perhaps for later Pokemon. This could be a bit of a sacrificial cat. And indeed, it's not out long, just enough to do a little bit of defense damage, but unfortunately no actual HP damage, and the Lapras is as healthy as it was when it started. Oh, Flareon. See, this, unless has a particularly impressive move to pull out, this is a really risky move for Cool Trainer. It'll be interesting to see if there's any amount of strategy here.
Oh, Lapras, Bubble Beam.
An accuracy problem. Indeed, Flareon's attempt at accuracy confusion has worked. We'll see how much longer it can buy time for itself. Fire Spin, very interesting move. Not going to do a ton of damage, but maybe enough to interrupt the flow here a little.
Lucky for me, I have a backup plan. Lapras, return!
And Alpha is pulling his Lapras to
Go.
Put another
Nido
Pokemon
King.
in the fight that's a little less effective. Here's his Nido King. We know he has a devastating Earthquake that will make quick work of this fire type, unless Flareon can do something really impressive. Oh, and even the speed fight goes to the Nido King. Unexpected for a Pokemon of his size, but evidently agility is one of the ways that this rodent lizard can surprise us. And the Cool Trainer is down to his last Pokemon at this point. It's a Lickitung. And Alpha has a choice he can make here about how he's going to handle this.
Alright, kid. I'm going to do you a favor and send you out in style. Nido King, Horn Drill, now!
This is not entirely unexpected. Horndrill, while devastatingly powerful, has some of the lowest accuracy in all of the sport. And Alpha has paid for that gamble, are now becoming confused. Hopefully his Nidoking can break through it, and indeed was able to complete the attack, but was just unable to connect. Lickitung is trying to soften his opponent up, perhaps for a big hit coming later on. And Alpha again goes for the Horndrill, but unfortunately the confusion was just too much for his Nidoking to fight through. And now, out of the two Pokemon, the first one of them to show the damage is the Nidoking. Alpha is pressing his luck with Horndrill, and unfortunately the confusion again. Along with his greatly decreased defense, these oh my god! A critical hit from a stomp! Not very soft target. Doing most of the work for him, the Lickitung was able to get the first feint on any of Alpha's Pokemon in the whole series. I guess there's a reason that his school trainer was the one to make it this far and reinstated as the champion in final battle. Alpha's chosen Sphero now to finish the fight, and no more messing around, going with a tried-and-true method, and a hefty critical, taking away the majority of the Licktung's health. Still a few hundred left. Able to complete a Screech, and there's
Firo, finish this with Hyper Beam now.
And in style, a wicked Hyper Beam, just taking out the Lickitung. The last Pokemon of the defending champion goes down, making Alpha our victor. Won all of the medals in the whole series. And it was obvious that he was there today. With a lot of risks there at the end, perhaps a little bit of overconfidence, but was definitely able to save it when it came right down to it. Alpha, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you, thank you.
You're the Prime Cup Pokemon and the whole experience went today.
It was fantastic. I have loved Pokemon since I was a little kid, and to be able to compete in a tournament like this with these, well, a few talented trainers, I should say, a couple that made some unbelievably questionable lineup choices. But that last match in particular gave me a real thrill. And partially because of my own desire to really make a moment for the crowd. I mean, let's be honest, a Horndrill right at the end to finish the proceedings would have been a pretty spectacular finish, don't you think? Unfortunately, there was just no connection with the Horndrill, and the confusion along with the decreased defense really wore Nidoking out to try that again. So, after it fainted, my next best move was Firo, which I figured could easily take it down with either Hyper Beam or Drill Peck. But just in case Hyper Beam doesn't do it from full HP, give it one hit with the Drill Peck first and then take the Style way out. I kinda messed with him, I'll be honest, but it was fun anyway.
Absolutely. It's great to hear that you've gotten the chance to fulfill a childhood dream by really coming and showing what you've learned over the years. You're a dominant competitor, and we expect really impressive things from you in the future. Congratulations again, Alpha.
Thank you, thank you.
Tom, back to you.
Okay, that was cool. The commentary dynamic was awesome. You did really well with that.
Thanks. Anything else we want to show off in this game?
Not in this one. But to that vein, let's move. Well, we're going to skip the tournament proceedings for the next one due to time. But
Indeed, it's already 9:30.
But there are some fresh mini games to check out. We're going to still have the Dream Team match up.
Indeed, we were big fans of the team that we had put together for our run in blue. And we want to see, if there's anything we could have done better. Again, we are limited to rental Pokemon. And Alpha, as you said, tried very hard to import them, but it's not very surprising that the two emulator files can't recognize one another. And you can see the updated layout for Stadium 2, another game that I was quite fond of.
Oh, quizzes. I may have to do this off screen.
Quizzes.
I may have to do this off screen. Unless...
But
actually,
how many you can get before time runs out, so if you can just buzz through them.
You know what? Shall we forget the Dream Team matchup and just do these two things?
Indeed.
All
Dream
right.
Team matchup was going to be talking through Alpha's process on how he chooses Pokemon when not being influenced by his co-host.
I think I did more. I think I did more than enough of that though during the interview process.
That's true. And you talked us through your selections, live as you were making them, pretty much. So I think we have a good idea of how it is that Alpha's head works. But we do know the way that Alpha's head works is that he excels at trivia. He's got the memory and the head for it. And we also know that he likes it. He enjoys excelling at trivia, so we should give him the opportunity to show his stuff, especially on something that he's passionate about.
Ooh, we can watch
first,
the computers play? Ooh, Commentary City.
That's all yours, my friend. I think I've burned out my commentator for the night.
I think you should do it more though. You did well.
Oh, thank you. It's not something I aspire to do.
So, clear cut challenge. I
liked this one a lot.
All you have to do is cut with the line. It's graphical glitches here. I apologize for the visual disturbance. Oh, everybody but Red hit it early.
I used to be quite good at this.
Right
on the line.
Red. Okay, cut 2, and this time the line looks pretty high up there. Here it comes. All early by the looks of it.
That seems pretty late. Oh yeah, look at that. It certainly was the closest again. It looks like this is Red's game to win or lose.
Absolutely. Red's one.
Oh, very
the
close.
line's real low here. And that looked precise for Red. Oh my.
Has the advantage of being a computer.
I don't know, it's not serving the others that well, is it? Oh, super late on Red. Not a stellar performance from anybody on that round. Now let's see what happens on this last cut.
Smack in the middle.
Did Red not cut at all? Oh, Red can't lose. Oh wait, it could have, with the -10 for no cut. Well, I was certainly expecting something else there. Oh, check it out. Rattata Race 2.0.
The game is freaking out.
Indeed. Looks like we're going to have to look by the conveyor belts as to who's ahead here. And so far, that's yellow. First across the 50-yard line.
Blue.
Oh, blue's stepping out.
I think blue's in first.
This is an even-looking race. Who's got it? It's Red again. And not by much, either. Just shy of 25 seconds to finish that. Oh, cool. I can select the game. I think. Oh, maybe I can't. Well, if it picks a repeat, I'll just jump in. Next up, Topsy-Turvy. First of 5 knockouts wins it. Rapid spin your opponent off the stage, and you can see the indicators on the bottom right. It will also tell you who got knocked out. You've got 60 seconds to do it. Blue is blazing. It's got 4. And blue got it. Call this practice, not practice, for my Mario Party commentary series. That's coming up after the 4th of July, by the way. Get the fruits. Don't get the pine cones. Musical chairs with a palm. Oh. It's yellows. First to reach a fruit scores it.
I remember not liking this one. I don't think I was particularly good at it.
Definitely takes some speed reflex here. Oh. Blue got everything on that one. Those strawberries, if you get in quick enough, you can still take some fruits away. Oh. That's going to take yellow out of the round. And that's a shame because it's the final.
This looks like it's Blue's game.
It is. All those
Not by
strawberries.
too much. If Yellow hadn't made that mistake, pretty much any piece of the strawberry would have been enough.
And now for its frolic. Hope you like playing with your balls, because that's the name of the game here.
Basically volleyball.
More or less. You score
Four-way
according.
volleyball.
You score according to which ball you send in somebody else's goal.
No, you want it in your own.
Or
Look at the way they're facing.
Oh, I see. Yes. This is me with very little experience with this game. Oh, our first Ultra Ball. Or is that a great?
I don't remember.
Oh, it was an Ultra. There's your great. Blue is absolutely running with this. Master Ball. This could bring somebody back in. Or,
but it's Blue.
Or not. There's no catching up. Blue has this well in the bag.
Oh my goodness.
And Blue
Just
walks
dominating.
And Blue walks out with a very full ball pouch.
I think that was gross, but I'm not sure.
It could have been, but no, hold on. There we go. It could have been gross, but there is a ball pocket. Oh, it's a pocket. But anyway, there is a ball pocket in the Gen 2 and onward games.
True, when they differentiate the backpack.
So here we have Thundering Dynamo 2.0. Mash the right button in the right direction until your gauge fills up. And it'll shock the other Pichu senseless. Blue wins it.
Yeah, that part I thought seemed a little unnecessary. But then again, people do enjoy watching others get hurt.
Nope, we've seen this. We've seen that too. If you do that again, I'm going to jump in. No! Alright, am I gonna have to reset you? Okay, I'm going to have to do this.
That's the only way to back out of that?
Seems so. B didn't work. Start would have progressed it forward. Well, I guess I'm going to have to play. Alright, what have we not seen? We haven't seen Gutsy Golbat.
Haven't seen Golbat.
This is the maze, I believe? Yes, it is.
Side scroller.
I keep getting nailed.
Whoa. There are points on the table.
I was never that great at this.
This was always one of the hardest ones.
Hmm.
You're doing really well in the middle.
Yeah, I had it for a moment.
We
Let's
haven't
see.
seen Barrier Ball.
Oh, barrier ball's fun. Okay, this
Four-way
is the
pong.
one. This is the one where you get it into your opponent's run. Or opponents. Ah,
How's the delay on this one?
about the same. Quarter second.
Perhaps an exception needs to be made of your choice to play on hard when you're playing with, wow, beautiful curve, playing on an emulator.
Maybe.
You're basically playing on ultra hard.
Jeez, that became a shutout, didn't it?
Yeah. They make you lose points when it goes in.
Yep.
Rampage rollout.
Haven't seen that.
Rolling race. 9 laps.
Hmm. Hey, stop it.
You can't save more than 3, you may as well use them.
I'm in danger of getting monstrously lapped here.
You've managed to make it up to second.
There's no way.
You're not using all your resources.
I had no way of getting them behind me.
So just leave them as traps.
They'll be gone by the time they reach them. I've thought about this, trust me. It just wasn't doing me too well.
This is very difficult.
Yeah.
You count stuff.
Yep. Alright, let's see if my... I love the music to this one, though. A Psyduck, huh?
Well, the graphical glitch has caught up to you. Sounds like a lot. Oh, that was you.
How about... Fuck this. We've seen Togepi.
Haven't seen Delibird. I don't believe we've seen Chansey.
We have not.
Get stuff. It's kind of a lick-a-tongue thing, because you get points for combos. But watch out for the Swinubs. Oh, an unfortunate hit.
Seriously? Get the fuck away from me.
An unfortunate sacrifice of maneuverability.
Well, consider yourselves lucky you don't have peckers, because that's earned you some drill pecks.
Hmm.
Okay, one more. Chancy time. Alright.
Hope they show.
The Voltorb aren't. Can't do it. The
Yeah, that is a little impossible.
Yeah, the Voltorb aren't showing. There's no way. Alright, quiz time.
See what the quiz looks like.
Use the C buttons to answer. Alright. The fairy appear at Mount Moon. Oh, I don't fucking know.
Monday, I think.
Alright. Won't hit a higher level opponent? Probably guillotine. This is what happens when you haven't played Gen 2 yet.
I have no idea.
That was a guess. If what Pokemon evolves once?
That's a bummer. Wow. These are very hard.
I don't suppose you're going to give me the right answers? Well, this quiz officially sucks then.
You just have to know.
Yeah, I would like to be shown the right answers, so...
No, because then you can do it next time. That's not how this works.
Yeah, but that's kind of how every quiz show does it. That's also how school quizzes do it. That's also how board games do it. So, why are you the exception? Alright, I'll humor you. Normal, huh? Really?
Well, that's embarrassing.
Zubat's poison flying.
This seems too easy.
Triple kick? Probably Hitmonlee. No? That's surprising. Smeargle?
Normal.
Thanks.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Are you serious? Goldenrod would be Whitney.
I thought you said you hadn't played it.
I haven't, but I know the gyms fairly well from my... Another brown question? I know the gyms from my team crafting. Morty uses ghosts. I'm pretty sure Goldenrod had a... No? Okay. Or was it Olivine? Maybe this is what I was thinking about. No, maybe not.
Maybe you switched them. Ha! Didn't read the question.
You Vermilion. This is a little embarrassing.
These are all gonna be like colors.
Probably.
Well, that sucks. Just get it out of the way because of time. What was that? What are you doing?
This is me getting a little too pissed about the fact that the graphics are screwing me. I can see that these are very easy questions. And I'm a little too annoyed to care at this point. Yeah, see? If what Pokemon evolves once? Thin air? Then it becomes carbon dioxide. That's what it evolves to. I don't like being screwed without lube. That's exactly what happened.
Emulators are a gamble. Always have been, always will be.
Yep.
If it's quick.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. Because it was requested that Onyx be seen.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I wonder if Chibi's still awake. You're not Chibi. You're Solar. I wonder if Solar's still awake. Chibi is not.
Yeah, Chibi's down. Look at all that HP.
Woo.
You're, shitting me, right? This was supposed to be the Grand Horn Drill exposition. And, I apparently am not going to get the satisfaction. That's kind of a sucky ending, don't you think?
Indeed.
No. We have 5 minutes left. I'm not going to let that stand.
What are you gonna do?
That's a good question, because it seems the emulator itself is frozen entirely.
Well, that's a real bummer. Emulators suck.
Are you telling me that I have no choice but to let that stand?
Unless you want to look it up on YouTube.
No, I'm not going to do that. Damn it.
Well, here we all are.
You know, the exciting thing about this was the commentated battling. And
If you could call that exciting.
I thought it was. I just
Well, I
like
know you like it.
I just like commentary, and You had a couple fans in the peanut gallery.
Well, it doesn't do it for me, but I'm glad you thought I was good at it.
Well, next game we're doing, you're not going to have to worry too much about that part of it. Because next up, you remember?
Did we decide we were going to do the Paper Mario long play?
Indeed we did.
I almost wish we were doing Thousand Year Door instead.
I mean,
I don't remember if the first one does, but that one has a built-in audience.
Kinda, sorta. It's presented as a stage play, but there's no audience.
The second one literally has an audience.
Yeah, I have absolutely zero experience with Thousand Year Door.
It's really very good. It's got some really interesting levels.
I was actually going to watch it after Paper Mario 1.
You should play it. It's worth playing.
Yeah, you think so?
In my opinion. I have always liked the gameplay of the Paper Mario games. And there's like an honest to goodness murder mystery in it. It's really, and like a luchador wrestling thing. It's very good.
You know what? I have an idea. After we do the Paper Mario long play, why don't we flip the roles? Why don't you play Thousand Year Door with me as guest?
I don't hate that idea. I just have to see how it feels on an emulator. It shouldn't be too bad. But we will do some research on that. I may stream a little bit of, well, no, I would need a friend. Because it's not actually interesting by yourself. A good friend of mine bought me a game on the Steam sale that I'm currently obsessed with. And it makes for relatively good streaming.
Which game was it?
Astroneer. It's in ultra early access. But they've done a lot of work with the bugs. And it is definitely playable. But there's no... It's very much a sandbox. So I've sort of made my own goals. So I may check in with that on a stream once or twice.
That'd be cool. Hopefully I can make them.
Well, since you're kind of like the only audience member, I will probably plan it around you. Although summer's not great for me, so we'll see if that is anywhere in the near future. Well, anyway, up next is the first Paper Mario game.
And it'll be fun. This time there's no grinding, or at least not a supreme amount, so...
Barely any, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So yeah,
of course, that does mean you're not allowed to play it without me.
Oh, I'm not going to play it without you. There's too much stuff that happens in the middle.
Yeah, they keep the plot moving, which is nice.
Yep. Alright, with that, I think we are done. This very disappointing ending we have here.
Yeah, it was a little anticlimactic, but I think our adoring fans will forgive us for having a dud. The rest of the episode was probably fine.
Indeed. Alright then.
My headset cut out. What happened?
I was just saying farewell to the audience.
Oh, bye!
Good night all. Have an alpha night. And I can't seem to go out. Hold on.
Well, now it's all broke. Please bear with us, folks.
Okay, here we